Welcome to our story and craft session. Today's story is about Jesus saying goodbye to his disciples. Goodbye at last. Jesus says goodbye to his disciples. When Jesus came back from the dead, he appeared many times and in many different places. His friends were hiding in a locked room, so the men who killed Jesus couldn't find them. And, all of a sudden, Jesus was there in the room with them. They were frightened. They were confused. They thought he was a ghost. But Jesus said, "Don't be afraid, it's me. It really is. Look, here are the marks the nails made in my hands and the cut the soldier's sword made in my side." Then Jesus joined them for dinner and ate a bit of food to prove that he wasn't a ghost at all. A few weeks later, his friends were out fishing. They couldn't catch a thing. Then, all of a sudden, they heard a voice from the shore. "Throw your nets on the other side of the boat!" And when they did, they caught more fish than their boats could hold. "Wait a minute," said Peter. "This is the same thing that happened all those years ago when Jesus asked us to follow him. It must be him on the beach." And all of a sudden, Peter jumped into the sea, clothes and all, and swam back to the shore. The other friends followed as fast as they could, and when they arrived, they discovered that Jesus had been doing some fishing of his own. Jesus was cooking fish over a hot fire. They smelled delicious. "Dry yourselves off. Sit down by the fire," Jesus said. "Let's have a picnic right here on the beach." A few more weeks passed, and at last the time came for Jesus to leave, to go to heaven and be with God his Father. So he took one last walk with his friends up a hill near the Sea of Galilee, where their adventures together had begun. "I've got to go now," Jesus said, "and there is something I want you to do. Tell my story to the world. Start in Jerusalem and don't stop until everybody has the chance to follow me. And if you ever feel scared or alone, don't worry. Just talk to me and I'll be with you, I promise." Then, all of a sudden, a cloud wrapped itself around Jesus and carried him into the sky. His friends stood and stared, their mouths open, their eyes filled with tears, until two angels appeared and spoke to them. "Don't be sad," the angel said. "One day Jesus will come back in the clouds just as you've seen him go." So off the friends went, down the hill and into the whole world to tell the story of Jesus. Now over to Rosie for our craft.
Okay, and my craft today involves something that was in this story. It was in it quite a lot. And here we are. Here's what I've made. Da, da, da. Some fish. Here's my fish on a little fishing rod. Here's one that my Josie did. There we are. And I'm going to quickly show you how to make these. They're quite simple. So first of all, you need some card. I've got some card that came from a box. We had some delivery. But you can use cereal boxes, any type of sort of quite thick card. And then you need to draw a fish. So any kind of shape you like, it doesn't really matter. Anything that looks vaguely like a fish. There we are. It's got a funny tail. Next, we need to cut this out. Okay, so rather than cut this now, I have one here already cut. Ta-da! And then we need to put some colour on it. And a little eye and a little mouth. So let's go on that. You can use paint, you can use felt tip pens. I've used some acrylic pens, which are fantastic. They really work well. So draw this, colour it in. Here's my already coloured in. Okay, do both sides. Okay, and then when it's hanging on your fishing rod, it looks really, really good. And then for the fishing rod itself, I just found a twig in the garden. Works well as a fishing rod, I think. So you need some sort of stick. I've got some ribbon here. So let's tie a little bit onto one end. If you haven't got ribbon, you can use string or pipe cleaner, and you could even roll up some paper and use it, a thin strip of paper as the string hanging down. Okay, so I've tied it onto my rod. There we are. Then we need to make a little hole in the fish. Be careful with this one. Okay, so I'm going to use some scissors to make the hole, and then thread through and tie it up. There we are. We've caught our fish on the fishing rod. Ta-da! There we are. There's my others as well. Have fun making these, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching.